Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Of course, it's your girl Erin here, and I finally get to jump back into doing these monthly updates for you guys. And I'm super excited. I have a cute little pile here, so let's go ahead and dive on into it. Welcome back to my everything that I crocheted in the month of October. And of course, this is not completely everything that I made in the month of October. There were a few things that I had to ship out because they were custom orders. So I do have some of my favorite pieces here from October that I do get to dive into and kind of give you guys a little bit more explanation on how I made them and kind of just my creative process. So I'm sure here with this pile, you guys are recognizing some of these fancy pieces, but let's go ahead and pick up this very first one that I have been obsessed with. And if you guys haven't been living under a rock for like the last year, I'm sure you all have seen a shirt very similar to this all over Pinterest and Instagram. I have seen a handful of people trying to recreate this kind of long sleeve multicolor crop sweater. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just show off this bad boy to you guys for a second. As you guys can all see, it has a very cropped bodice here. And then the main attraction or the main feature of this are the entirely long, colorful sleeves. And what I love most about these gorgeous, colorful sleeves is that they're all completed with like a mesh style stitch. So when the shirt is on, it is a little bit see-through, but I like how lightweight it is. Considering that this entire top is made out of acrylic yarn, having kind of like an airy style sleeve does give you a little bit of breathing room. It doesn't get you as hot or as sweaty. And what I love most about making this top was just how easy it was to create the whole thing from start to finish. So as you guys can hopefully see here, the bodice of this crop top is honestly just a plain old rectangle. So all I did was take a starting chain and measure it around the top of my chest just to make sure I was gonna be able to slip in and out of this top. And for all of those who are wondering, yes, this entire top is enclosed. So there are no tie straps, it's completely encased. So for all of those who are planning on recreating this type of crop top, remember that when you're working in the round, you do have to turn your work at the end of each row. And this time, I was able to get a very straight back seam, and it actually looks almost seamless. Like you can almost not quite see where I've joined the work. And my other favorite thing about this top was that I was able to work a bunch of rows using the shell pattern or that shell stitch. So as you guys can see here, I worked about 4 or 5 rows of just regular single crochet just to give it a little bit of strong structure here. And then of course I went in and added, I think about 8 or 9 rows of just plain old shell stitch. Again, I'm turning at the end of each row. But what I love about the shell stitch is that it really gives the top some texture instead of the whole top just being this plain, boring, basic single or double crochet stitch. You do have that texture there, and it kind of gives the shirt some like rippling effect. And then of course, guys, the sleeves, like I can't get over all of the colors that I used. I really didn't plan it out too well what colors I was going to use. And hopefully if you guys did tune in to watch this crochet with me, I did make this entire top using Red Heart Super Saver yarn. Believe it or not, for over like the last year and a half, I've had a bag of like 20 different shades of Red Heart Super Saver yarn that has just been sitting in the corner of my room. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to make these projects. These were really just scrappy last minute pieces that I thought, you know what, I need to start chipping away at my yarn pile, using up what I have instead of going out and purchasing more yarn, wasting more money. And you guys can definitely recreate this type of top with any kind of scrap yarn that you have just sitting around your room. It's crazy, like a week after I posted that crochet with me video, I had a few different subscribers send me some photos of their recreations of this top, and the color choices that they chose were so perfect for fall. One girl sent me her recreation of this top and she used beautiful fall colors like mustard orange, yellows, deep burgundies, and some blue shades, which is perfect for this winter cold season months coming up. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that the way that I made these sleeves was pretty much just making another very long rectangle. I measured from one wrist all the way across my back and to the other wrist, and I just made one gigantic like scarf. But essentially, once I made the super long rectangle, I just folded it in half long ways. You guys can see my seam right here. And I stitched all the way down the sleeve on both sides, making sure to leave a little bit of room here at the neckline. So if any of you guys are interested in commissioning me to make you one of these like one-off mesh long sleeve tops, go ahead and DM me, let me know what you're looking for, and I will try to recreate this for you. And really quickly, before I dive on into discussing this beautiful crop sweater, I do want to take a second to thank today's video sponsor, which is Dossier. Dossier is a super affordable fragrance company that reproduces high-end luxury scents at a fraction of the cost. Typically, their fragrances start at $39, while other larger designer scents can range anywhere from $50 to even $300 in retail. But of course, with the holidays fast approaching, Dossier is having a huge Black Friday sale. Right now on Dossier's website, you can get up to 25% off your order and free shipping. For Dossier's Black Friday promotion, you can get 3 scents starting at $69, 4 scents starting at $89, or even 5 fragrances starting at $109. Dossier offers a huge range of scents, anywhere from women, men, and unisex fragrances. So I'm sure that you guys are gonna be able to find a fragrance that you love. Dossier's vegan and eco-friendly fragrances are 100% non-toxic and cruelty-free, so you can indulge guilt-free. And something else that I personally love about Dossier is that all of their fragrances are paraben and phthalate-free. So for all of my sensitive skin subscribers out there, these fragrances are going to be safe and friendly for your skin. And of course, I'm gonna help y'all hook it up. Go ahead and use my discount code at your checkout to get an extra 10% off your order. And I'm super excited to announce that for their Black Friday campaign, Dossier is letting me give away 1 fragrance to a very lucky winner here on my channel. And in order to be entered into this giveaway, all you have to do is go ahead and leave me a comment down below telling me a story about your favorite scent ever, and I will go ahead and pick the winner on November 26th. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into showing you guys the rest of my October creations. So I know you guys are probably sick and tired of seeing this top all over my videos. I have been wearing it probably for like the last week straight. I haven't taken it off. I've worn it with everything. This thing is so beautiful to pair with literally everything that I have in my closet. So even right now with a plain black bandeau and some high-waisted jeans, I would throw this bad boy on. And what I love about this creation is just how exaggerated and like bell sleeve the sleeves are. Can you guys really see just how intense these sleeves are? And yes, I know you guys can probably see all of my ends hanging off. Believe it or not, when I was crocheting this sweater, I was weaving in my ends as I was crocheting, but because there are so many ends, I couldn't tuck them all in. So yes, half of these ends are already sewn in. This looks so bad. I literally have all the ends of the top just hanging out, but I feel like it kind of gives the top like a little bit more spunk, a little bit more character. Even the other day when Jordan and I were out of town, I paired this sweater with a super long black maxi dress. And again, all your focus goes on just how colorful this thing is. And like I mentioned earlier, this sweater was also created with Red Heart Super Saver yarn. Like I said, I'm just trying to use up that scrap bag, but here are all the beautiful, wonderful colors. Wow. I hope you guys like it, because by far, after everything that I've shown you guys on my channel, this is my most favorite creation ever, and I think it shows. So you know what, let me go ahead and just throw it on for you guys so I can talk you through how I made this a little bit. Wow, I freaking love this thing. It's so eye-catching. And because this sweater was so unbelievably easy to create, I am planning on either filming a DIY or even like another very specific crochet with me, where I still walk you through step by step how to make this sweater. As you guys can see, it has an extreme crop style, so you're still able to show off whatever outfit you have underneath, and it's not going to be too heavy. But for all of you guys wondering right now how I made this top, I did aim for a raglan top-down style of crochet. So as you guys can see, I started out here with a regular row of just regular chains, and once I connected my chain in the round, I did place 4 stitch markers at the corners where my arms are going to be. So when you just have the chain, your stitch marker should only be like about 2 inches in from the edge of your work. And then from there, each time you come around to that stitch marker, you're going to be placing an increase. So every time you work in the round, you're increasing here, and of course the 2 spots on the back. And then other than that, you're really just working 1 stitch in the top of each stitch. So it's that simple. You're only increasing at your stitch markers. And something else that was unintentional when I was making the sweater is I accidentally made like a square neckline. Like, can you guys see that? It's kind of boxy up here at the top. I was aiming for more of like a boat neck or crew neck style, but because this was like my first trial run at making a raglan sweater, I didn't quite achieve it to how I wanted it to be. So when I do make that DIY or crochet with me, I know how to correct it to be more of a rounded boat neck style. For all of those who have been commenting asking how I got a square neckline, when I go in to add my increases, I added 5 increases. So typically when you want to work a crew neck or a boat neck style sweater, you only add 3 increases into each of your stitch markers. But because I didn't even know what I was doing at first, I ended up adding 5 increases here at my corners, and just adding more increases makes the top more rigid and more rectangular, you guys know. And I know you probably can't tell, but because I wanted all of the colors to be really thick and stand out, the entire sleeves are pretty much just done with treble crochets. As you guys are probably able to see, the entire sweater was not done with just treble crochet because I was trying to be a little bit creative and crafty and just like freelance this piece on the go. There are a few rows that I chose to make with half double crochets and a couple rows that I did with double crochet, even single crochet. I really just wanted to switch up the stitch length that I was using, and like you guys can see at the end of every single row I did change out my colors. So you're gonna get a lot of variation here, but keep in mind if you guys want to recreate the sweater, you could do this all in one color or even pick out 3 or 4 different ones. Keep it more simple. I just wanted to go overboard and just see how crazy and colorful I could get. I do still plan on putting out DIYs here on my channel, but as I grow and evolve in the hobby of crochet, I have really fallen in love with making like one-off pieces or one-of-a-kind unique pieces. I'm trying really hard not to mimic the same exact creation I have made before in the past. So I think when I start selling more things on my website and even listing them on my Instagram, they are going to be more one-off, one-of-a-kind pieces. And again, if you guys want to commission me to make you guys a really cute, exaggerated, scrappy sleeve top like this one, I'm totally down to do it for you guys. Just keep in mind, it's not going to be exactly the same as this one. I'll be using different stitches, different colorways. But yeah, I think just one-of-a-kind pieces, things that you can't ever really recreate exactly the same, are just so unique and beautiful, and it makes them just more rare. And I actually appreciate my creations that much more when I'm done with them. And now I can show you guys the last few things that I made at the very beginning of October. So if you guys remember way back when I announced my 30K giveaway, by the way, just today I hit 33,000. The Erin B channel is up and growing. Yeah, like I was saying, this DIY was created way back at the very beginning of October. And although it's super simple, I think this type of t-shirt, this type of creation is like a must-have in your closet. So this DIY here is actually one of Jordan's favorite things because it's more of a unisex piece that he can wear. But all I really did to make this DIY is take a plain old basic t-shirt from Target, and then I was able to crochet a plain square. Guys, I'm not kidding. All I really did was create a swatch or a square, and then I hand stitched on the square to kind of the section of the shirt that you would normally have a pocket, and it results in this super unique, one-of-a-kind crochet pocket tee pieces. See, this is what I love so much about crochet. You can get so creative and mix crochet in kind of with like your everyday pieces and create like a modern crochet piece that you're not going to see anybody else wearing out on the streets. So like I just showed you guys, this is a olive green t-shirt, and I went ahead and picked out another staple basic tee that you would have sitting in your closet, and I slapped on more of a tan and gray type of square. And that's what's so cool again about crochet. You can pick out any texture of yarn, any thickness of yarn, put in any type of pattern or design that you want into your square, and then just sew it onto your t-shirt. And now you have a cute modern crochet piece. I'll bring you nice and close, but like I said, all I did was make a square, and this was all done with half double crochets. So this yarn is an acrylic yarn, and as you guys can see, there's some tan, a little bit of cream and white, a little bit of like mustard yellow, and of course some gray to go with the gray t-shirt. And likewise, this olive green t-shirt This yarn is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. A lot of jewel tones here. You've got that foresty green to go with your olive green here, some blues, a little bit of orange, and of course this gorgeous magenta and pink down here at the corner. So like I said, if you guys want to amp up your pocket tee t-shirts, you don't just have to do basic stitches like me. I'm kind of boring and old school. I just want to do simple go-to things like half double crochets. But if you guys would like, you guys could stitch a smiley face into your square. You could stitch a heart, any type of waffle stitch, mosaic stitch, anything, any type of granny square that you guys can think of. Slap it on a t-shirt. And yes, my pockets are functional, so you can go ahead and stick your phone in there, your sunglasses, even some pens if you are someone who still carries pens on them, which is not me. But yeah, this pretty much wraps up everything that I have made for the month of October. If you guys are still here at the very end of this video, thank you guys so much for watching. Just a quick update. I do plan in the next few days on recording a small business style video. A lot of you guys have been coming to me with a ton of questions asking me how to get started on running your own small business, how to make your own goods, how to market them, get them out to the public, how to increase your sales, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys have any specific questions that you would like me to address and answer in this small business video, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what you guys would like me to talk about and discuss in the video. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in again. And again, just a huge thank you and so much love to go out to all my subscribers. You guys really push me forward and just give me the motivation to keep making videos. You guys are really my support team here, and I couldn't be more thankful for you all. Stay tuned, guys. More stuff coming out very, very soon. Bye.